COVID has already taken so much away from us, and as a junior at Jackson County High School, I would love to go back to school to experience memories with my friends and to experience my first prom.
I miss playing basketball with my friends.
Speaking on behalf of myself and the senior class, I would much rather return back to school because we're having to miss out on all the experiences that seniors should be able to have, such as a first last day of school. For us, it was online, which is very sad. But with returning back to school, we should be able to have a prom, a graduation, and I think that with all the safety precautions being took, returning back to school would be a safe enough environment for everyone. And it would give the seniors a chance to have their last go around.
I think that going back to school is important because I think that students would learn better, and also I would like to go back to school because I would like to see my friends and teachers.
Hey guys, we're seniors at Jackson County High School. And just like every other little girl growing up, I dreamed of my senior prom. So let's make sure we wash our hands and wear a mask to keep our community safe.
Hey guys, this is Brian Gabbard, pastor of the House of Refuge. I'm also a jailer here in Jackson County. I've been asked to speak to you about the urgency of returning our children back to school. And I realize that brings some anxiety as we live in uncertain times. I just want you to think about a few things for a moment. For many children, school's the only place they can receive a hot meal on a daily basis. For some children, it's the only place, the only environment in which they feel safe in. I know for myself, I was homeschooled for a few years, and there's many things about that I wouldn't trade for anything. But when I started back into school as a freshman in high school, I struggled in a lot of areas. I was a little bit behind in the education part. My social skills was really behind. And had it not been for a few of my old buddies coming to me, I would have struggled right on. I know this is scary. I know it's a different time than what we're used to. But we'll face this with much prayer. We live in one of the greatest communities in the world. I've lived here my whole life. We are a community. When we're struggling, we pray. We're a community. When someone's sick, we pray. We're a community. When uncertain times come, we pray. And I know there are a lot of people, a lot of churches in this county that have been praying in these times. They've been asking God to shield our children. It's not anything new. We do this every year. We meet at school, we pray, and we trust God with those things. Also, I know the staff, the teachers in our schools are going to take every precaution that they can to make sure my children and your children are safe. They'll practice social distancing. They'll do everything that is required of them to make sure our children come home safely. I've got a 9-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl, and I never thought they would ever say this, but they've told me they miss school. They miss school as usual, the normal school. So I'm coming on behalf of our school system and asking you as parents to do your part. I thank you for your time, and may God bless you.
Because I want to see my friends, and I miss the help from my teachers.
Virtual learning isn't awful. It definitely has its advantages, but speaking as a senior especially, it saddens me that I have to sit at home missing out on the last year of my life before entering the real world. There is so much that we will be missing out on, such as prom and graduation and etc. I believe that we should have the chance to at least give it a shot and go back to in-school learning. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I would like to experience that with my friends and classmates by my side. Everyone else has. At least the seniors last year could go for half a year. Although, due to all of the risk it may have, if some people feel safer at home, then they can just stay online. I think that it should be okay to go back to school, considering I see people out and about all the time anyways. Yeah, there may not be school right now, but people are still trying to go out. So I know for a fact that they aren't too scared of the virus. Plus, every day is a risk. There are students who have to stay home when school is their only escape. Some students deal with lack of food, don't feel safe, aren't safe, no internet access, or hotspot. Yes, we are doing everything that we can to help them, but we can't keep them safe at home. I'm sure they would rather get sick for a couple of days than go through the stuff they go through at home every day. It's hard to learn from home with distractions left and right. We can't get the education we need this way. They're doing their best and doing their part, so let us do ours. We need to go back to school. We want to. We are missing out on so much. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're seniors at Jackson County High School and we've waited our whole life to walk across the stage.
We've already let this happen to the class of 2020. Don't let it happen to the class of 2021 too.
I miss my teachers in my class.
In an empty classroom. Here are my students. We are online and I've given instruction and they are independently working. This is not what we expected Education 2020 to look like. It's difficult teaching to a computer screen and trying to keep them engaged and keep them online and keep them from being so distracted. They're missing out on social interaction that they can only get here at school, group projects, activities, programs that we have. Speaking from a parent standpoint, this has also been very trying. Having my children here with me, working on their schoolwork with their teachers. So trying to parent, trying to teach, trying to help with their assignments, and having the feeling that their education is my responsibility now. Parents are always there to help, but we depend on teachers to teach our children. And they are, and all teachers are trying and doing a great job. In virtual learning, we're doing okay. Google Classroom's great. Google Meets are going well. But multitasking at a whole new level. So will coming back to school be easy? No, there's new guidelines, new rules. But that's like the entire society is adapting to new guidelines and rules. So we'll adapt and we'll wear masks and social distance and wash hands and hand sanitize and everything. That's the new normal now anyway. So I hope to see my students back in my classroom, not just virtually, but in here with me.
Hello, General Nation. We're excited here at Jackson County High School for the opportunity, hopefully, to return to in-person school for the students that chose that option on September 28th. We know that many of you chose to be in person, and we're going to make things as safe as possible for you here. One thing that is important, if you come into school, you will need to wear a mask each day. I would suggest that you get in a habit of wearing this mask before we return next Monday. Right now, I'm in my office and I have my door closed, but we will not have that opportunity once we get students in the building. So anytime that there's more than one person in a classroom, we would have to have students and teachers and all staff wear the mask. They are a little aggravating, it takes a little while to get used to, but hopefully that will help keep us in school longer. That will help us also in our return to sports and extracurriculars. As we look each Thursday, we look at the numbers that come out on the COVID-19 KY dashboard. It has each county in the state of Kentucky. Right now, currently at Monday, we set it about a 23.6, which if we're under that 25 threshold on Thursday at 8 p.m., that means for the following week, we would be able to have in-person school and we would be able to host sporting events. So we will look at that every Thursday night at 8 to determine what we can do for the following week. So we know that that doesn't give parents a lot of time, and we apologize, but it's important that we wear a mask. It's important that we wash our hands, and it's important that we take care of each other because we want you to be able to return to school. So let's put our mask on. Let's try to socially distance If we're around a lot of people, let's make sure that we're wearing a mask. The health department has gave us some great guidance. We've got some new things to help keep the building clean. Our sports teams have had good success. We've not had a lot of cases. Our staff's had good success. They've not had a lot of cases. So we need your help, and we need the community's help to get the overall cases down. For a community our size, it equals out to about 25 cases a week. It's based on a 100,000 population average. So in a county of 13,608, that equals about 25 new cases per week. So it's important that we keep those numbers low so we can get in school and so we can stay in school. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. For those of you that chose the virtual option, virtual will be an option for the entire school year. So you do not need to worry. If you did not choose the in-person option, we would not expect to see you on Monday. So I'm excited to have you coming back into the building.